बिहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन व्रज जनरांजन यशोदानंदन व्रज जनरांजन यमुनातीरावनचारि यमुनातीरावनचारि जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन व्रज जनरांजन यशोदानंदन व्रज जनरांजन यमुनातीरा वनचारि यमुनातीरा वनचारि हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण
Excellent. Very nice, Ishi. Good job. I love your kirtans. Okay, now moving on to the next part. I think I assigned Dhatri for doing the prayer. Dhatri, you are here. Please turn on your camera. And we have new student today, Nishka. Nishka, can you please turn on your camera, please? Hey, Nishka. Welcome to our classes. Can you tell us more about yourself, your name? Just your name. Don't tell your last name, just your first name.
My
And
name is Nishka and I'm in grade 7.
awesome, Nishka. Good job. Thank you for joining. We hope you enjoy these classes. You just be an observer today. Try to observe what we do. And if you have any questions, please do ask us at the end of the class. But for today, just be an observer. Just sit and relax and enjoy. Okay? All right. Moving on to Dhatri. Please go ahead and do the prayer. Please share the screen, somebody, for the prayer. I don't want us to lose time like this in between the transitions, which actually adds up to several minutes. And every minute in Krishna consciousness is very valuable. And I understand you, as high school students and middle school students, for you, you know the value of time more than anyone else. Isn't it so? You know what you can do in 1 minute, how much you can learn in 1 minute, how much you can achieve or finish a task in 1 minute. Isn't it so? Thank you, Sanvi, for sharing. Go ahead now. Datri, please read the prayer. Ideally, by now, most of you should be knowing the prayer. So, palms together, eyes closed, and meditate on the words of the prayer as we are doing the prayer. We might not know the meaning, but meditating on the words, sound vibrations of the prayer will give a lot of benefit. So, please go ahead, Dhatri.
Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaaya Cha Nandagopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha Nama Pankajanabhaya Nama Pankajamaline Nama Pankajanetraya Namaste Pankajang Rahe ॐ अज्ञानतिर्मान्दस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया
Chakshur.
चक्षुरुन्मीलितं
Chakshur.
चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मायां ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैश्वनांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं सद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धो गजत्पते
Jagatpate.
जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्त राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तु ते तप्तकञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी
Vrindavaneshwari.
वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरे प्रिये पाञ्चकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो
Vaishnavebhyo.
वैष्णवेभ्यो वैष्णव
Vaishnavebhyo.
देभ्यो नमो नमः। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे।
Thank you, Datri. We'll move on to the next part now, which is reading the six Ashtakam prayers. Vishnu Beta, please go ahead.
चेतोदर्पणमार्जनं भवमहादावाग्निर्वापनं श्रेयकैरवचन्द्रिका वितरणं विद्यावधूजीवनम् आनन्दाम्बुनिवर्धनं प्रतिपदं पूर्णामृता स्वादनं सर्वात्मा स्नपनं परं विजयते श्रीकृष्ण संकीर्तनम् नाम अकारि बहुधा निज सर्वशक्ति तत्रापिता नियमिता स्मरणेन कालः एतादृशी तव कृपा भगवन् ममापि दुर्दैवम् ईदृशम् इहा जनि नानुरागः तृणादपि सुनीचेनात् तरोरपि सहिष्णुना अमानीना महादेन कीर्तनीय सदा हरि
Amanina manadena.
अमानीन कीर्तनीय सदा हरिः नदनं नज्जनं न सुन्दरीं कवितां वा जगदीश कामये मम जन्मनि जन्मनीश्वरे भवताद् भक्तिरहैतुकी त्वयि अयि नन्दतनुज किङ्करं पतितं मां विषमे भावं बुधौ कृपया तव पाद पंकज स्थितधूलिसदृशं विचिन्तय नयनं गलदश्रुधारया वदनं गद्गदहृदया गिरा पुलकैर्निचितं वपु कदा तव नाम ग्रहणे भविष्यति युगायितं निमिषेण चक्षुषा प्रावसायितं शून्यायितं जगत् सर्वं गोविन्दाविरहेण मे आश्लिष्य वा पादरतं पिनस्तु माम् अदर्शनान् मर्महतां करोतु वा यथा तथा वा विधातु लम्पटो मत्प्राणानातस्तु स एव नापरः
Everyone, please read too. I see only few of you are reading, but everyone should be reading.
प्रभुरः शिष्टाश्रक श्लोक ये पढ़े सुने कृष्णे प्रेम प्रेम भक्ति तरा बाधे दिने दिने हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे.
Thank you, Vishnu. Few places where you struggled, I would suggest all of you to read this prayer every day, as I already said in the previous classes. If you scroll up all the way, there's a recording for this verse which you can hear to, listen to, and then get the pronunciation right. Similarly for invocation prayer too. Can you go to the invocation prayer, Vishnu? Also should have, no, to the left. Does it have a recording at the bottom or up somewhere? Oh, it doesn't have. Okay, no, I don't think it has. So I will put a audio recording link on this page too, so that you all can play that and listen to the correct pronunciation of these words and do that frequently, so that it should not be unfamiliar words for you all by now. It's been like several months or years for most of us. So by now you should know all the words, and in fact you should be knowing these by memory. The fact that we're struggling to read here and there, few places only, again, you're all doing good job, but here and there we are having hard time. And that means that we are not paying attention at least while, if you pay attention in the class while we are reading, by using this time only for this, then that will also give you a good chance of knowing the words. Okay. So thank you, Vishnu, for reading the prayer, Sikshashtakam prayer. Now we'll move on to the next part, which is the words of last week. Please stop sharing the screen, and then I will ask you to share whenever it's needed. I want to see you all. So the words from last week is, how many of you know what's the verse that we did last week? Vedang?
7.8.
7.8. Good. Did you memorize? Did you try to memorize? Let's forget about whether we memorized or not, but did we do the everyday homework of 5 minutes listening to the verse? Did we do that?
Not that one, no.
Why, Vedang? We thought we discussed in the last class that we will do it every day for 5 minutes of prayer, this verse, and then 3 minutes of Sikshashtakam prayer, right? Total 10 minutes homework we need to do, girls and boys, every day. Is that doable or no? First, let's come to that point. Agree that whether it's doable or not. 10 minutes only. Yes, Nivan says yes. What about others? Shrika and Shrika and Ishi, please turn on your cameras. So how many of you think 10 minutes is doable every day?
Oh my God.
Oh, I see some people are hesitant. Sanvi, you think it's not doable? Not easy, maybe? Not practical?
It's doable, Auntie.
It's what, Ma? Doable?
It's doable.
Okay, very nice. So 10 minutes is not hard, even if we are having too much of homework. Before going to bed also, 10 minutes of sacrificing the sleep. Because when we go on the bed and we take our smartphone, how much of a sleepy we are, we get activated, isn't it? Our mind gets activated, brain gets activated. But now you say that, okay, I know you're getting active, so let me now focus on Bhagavad Gita verse and the Sikshashtakam prayer, so that I can make the best use of my time right before going to sleep. That should be the thing, right? Right before going to sleep, if you do something spiritual like this, it's going to give you good sleep, and it's going to give you all auspicious in terms of, good sleep, and maybe able to remember. Ideally, you should be doing it first thing in the morning, which we all should, I recommend you all to do. But again, if you have forgotten, if your day was so busy, at least the last thing in the day, you should do that. Okay. Now, how many of you know the verse, chapter 7, verse 8 by memory? Okay, so I will ask Sanvi, please close your eyes and tell us.
Rasoham apsukanteya prabhati suryayoha pranavaha sarva vedeshu shabdake paurusham nashu
Very good. Good job. One small minor correction. Prabhasmi shashi surya yoho. Yoha we said, but I learned from one of the Sanskrit guide that whenever the vowel before the ha is o, it's going to be yoho. If it is a, it's going to be ha. Right? So based on the vowel before the ending of the h, that pronunciation is carried through to till the end. So yoho, prabhasmi, shashi, surya yoho. Remember that, all boys and girls. That is the, if we come across that similar pronunciation or similar situation in other words, I'll remind you all. But for this words, it's going to be yoho. Okay. Thank you. Next, Chetna. Please close your eyes and tell us.
रसोऽहम् अप्सु कौन्तेय प्रभास्मि शशि सूर्ययोः प्रणवः सर्ववेदेषु शब्दः के पौरुषं नृषु.
Very good. Good job. One small correction. It is not sabdaha, it is shabdaha. That S is not an ordinary sa. It has a line there. So it's a shabdaha. Shabda means sound. And Krishna says, I am the sound, right? The sound in ether. I'm the syllable omkara. Okay. Next, I will ask Aviral. Close your eyes and tell us, beta.
रसोऽहमप्सु कौन्तेय प्रभास्मि शशिसूर्ययोः प्रणवः सर्ववेदेषु शब्दखे पौरुषं निषु.
Good job. Let's see. Who else knows the verse? Yes, Nivan.
रसोऽहमप्सु कान्तेय प्रभास्मि शशि सूर्ययो प्रणवः सर्ववेदेषु शब्दके पौरुषं नृषु.
Shashi Surya Yoho. Can you say that again?
Shashi Suryayo.
Yoho.
Yeah. Shashi Suryayo.
Yes, awesome. Good job. Who else wants to tell the verse? Yes, Prajeet, close your eyes.
रसोऽहम् अप्सु कौन्तेय प्रभस्मि शशिसूर्योः प्रणव अप्सु no प्रणव सर्ववेदेषु शब्दके पौरुषं नृषु.
Awesome. Good job. There are small corrections. You need to practice more. Please do that. But you tried and you did so much. That's amazing. Good job. Who else? All the others did not make time to learn the verse. It's very simple verse, an important verse. In terms of Sanskrit memorization, it's not hard. Just keep on repeating the various small 30 seconds, 50 seconds videos I'm making for your benefit. I know you all use your gadgets extensively. I hate to make all these small videos and send it to you all because I don't want us to be using technology to memorize, because all the day we are doing technology and again technology to memorize verses. That is not a good idea. But then for me, I thought it's easier if I make it on the social media so that you're anyways on the social media, then use this there. Make sense? While I make these videos, I feel like, why am I doing this? I shouldn't be doing this. I'm encouraging them to be on social media more. What do you think, Supreet?
Yeah, I believe that's applicable.
What is applicable?
The fact that like people use social media too much, and like if we like put verses on social media, it's like more appealing to like us as a generation.
So it's going to help you all or it's going to unhelp you all? I don't know if there's a word unhelp, but is it going to do good to you all if I put the verses on social media, or it's going to do bad to you all if I put the verses on social media? Tell me, please, because I don't want you all to click on this, listen to this, and then get directed to something else on social media, which happens, right? When we go on social media for something, then we get something pops up and tells, hey, this is more interesting. Isn't it based on what you have already checked or looked in the social media? So I don't want that to happen. But if it's not going to help, please don't use those. Just open your folder and look at the verse and learn like that. Okay. Yes, Nivan, you have something to add.
I mean, most people just skip over like those type of stuff like that they don't like. So, I mean.
So it's okay to be on social media for these verses?
I mean, no, it's not okay. Like for this type of stuff, it's fine. But like most people just like usually skip over things that they don't like.
That will be good. Yeah, they don't like, but since there are things that they like also, right? What do you think, Vishnu?
Yeah, I think putting the verses on social media definitely like could help someone stay more focused. I don't if you set your mind on doing the verse like at that time, I don't think you'll get distracted.
Okay, so it'll help you, is it? Personally?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, good. So let's do one thing. Vedang, everyone, let's make time from today onwards, because the challenge that I wrote up in the group about being consistent to the classes, about spending 10 minutes every day, let's take up the challenge on ourselves. We don't need anybody to monitor us, nobody to check on us, and nobody to ask, oh, did you do the 10 minutes? You keep a check on your own self and make that a priority. And I'm telling you all, it's going to be the best thing that you're going to do for yourself. I'm guaranteeing that to you, not on the power of my word, but it's on the power of Lord Krishna's words. So please, please, please self-monitor, self-challenge, and make this 10 minutes a priority, top priority in your 24 hours starting today. Okay. Now, I want the meaning of last week's verse. So for those who didn't memorize the verse, can you at least tell me what is the meaning or what was the message that Krishna was giving in that verse? Vedang, do you remember? We talked about in detail last class. It's not a complicated meaning. Krishna is saying, I'm this, I'm this, I'm this. So if you open your notes, you can know. You will know what it is. You're on mute, Vedang. Shrikant, Ishi, I'm still waiting on
Sorry,
the cameras to be
he's just
turned on.
saying that he's the taste of water. He's
Yeah, very
the
nice.
sunlight and moonlight and stuff like that.
And stuff like that. Finish the other stuff too in that verse.
That's just what I have on the top of my mind. Let me go to my.
You can check your notes. So he's the taste of water. Then we talked about how we all drink water. Water is a basic necessity for us to live, and how is sunlight and moonlight. We also discussed about how without sunlight there is no life at all. Of course, there are people who live in Arctic pole, isn't it? Arctic or Antarctic pole. There is life existing there, right? Human beings live there.
Yeah.
Isn't it so?
Yeah.
But their life is not as active. And this is, how do they live then if there's no sunlight there?
They live in they're mostly scientists, so they just have their own research spaces.
Oh, can regular people don't live there?
No.
Oh, okay. See, that clearly says now that we need sunlight. Okay, then what else? So his sunlight, his moonlight, his the taste of water. What else? What else? What else? Come on, quick. You don't want to lose time like this. Yes, Nivan.
He's the syllable in the mantra Om.
He's a syllable Om. Yeah, and then what else? Yes, Vishnu.
Like last week we talked about the two different types, like ways of praying, glorifying the Lord and giving by the Lord.
Yeah, that was outside of the verse.
Oh, okay.
It's one of the topic we talked, but the verse itself talks about 4 things that Krishna says he is. Yes, Chetana.
He's the sound in ether and ability in man.
Yeah, he's the sound vibration and he's the ability in man. So we have to remember these 5 things from last week's verse. Taste of water, he's the sunlight, moonlight, he's the syllable Om in Omkara, he's the sound vibration, and he's the ability in man. Who? Lord Krishna. So this gives us an opportunity to remember Krishna whenever we drink water, whenever we see sunshine, moonshine, whenever we see somebody performing so well, the ability in man ably doing some activity, right? The ability for us to do whatever we are doing, our studying, our extracurriculars, all that is actually the driving force behind all that is Lord Krishna. And then he's also saying that he is the sound vibration. So there's so much ample opportunity for us to remember Krishna just by knowing the fact that Krishna is one of these. Isn't it so? Okay, now let's move on to this week's verse. This week's verse is Bhagavad Gita chapter 7, verse 9. Please open up on your own screens and we will learn the verse memorization. Okay. Everyone ready with today's verse? Dhatri, are you ready? You have it open on your screen or you have it printed on your screen? On your
3.9, right?
Printed.
7.9. Where are you going?
Yeah, 7.9. Yeah,
Can
that's
somebody
right.
share the link, Veda based, sorry, Gita wise chapter 7 link, Vishnu, in the chat, and then they can scroll to 9th verse. Okay, we ready? Go scroll to 9th verse there. And then try to repeat after me. Take turns and repeat after me. Punyo gandha prithiviyam cha. One of you please repeat. I will nominate Shrika. Please repeat.
Punyogand Prithvi Yam Cha
Punyo gandha
Punyogandaha
prithiviyam cha.
Prithiviyam Cha
Tejas chasmi vibhavasa.
Tejaschasmi Vibhavyasho
Vibhavasa.
Vibhavaso
Jivanam sarvabhuteshu.
Jivanam Sarvabhuteshu
Tapaschasmi tapasvishu.
Tapaschasmi Tapashvisho.
So here the last line has 4 different S's, right? The first is tapash, chasmi. The second S is sa. First S is sh. Tapas vishu. The last word has 2 S's. The first one is plain S, and the last one has a dot. So it's going to be sh. Tapash chasmi tapas vishu.
Tapaschasmi Tapash
Chasmi. It's not chashmi, it's chasmi.
Chasmi Tapasvisho
Awesome, you got it. Again, the last line.
Tapaschash
Tapash,
Chasmi
tapash.
Tapaschasmi Tapasvisho.
Got it, Shrika. Good job. You want to lead now?
Yes.
Somebody else
Punyo
lead after her, one line by line.
Punyogandha Pratibha
No, it's not Gandhaha. Why are you saying Gandhaha? It is Gandhaha. Gandhaha means fragrance. Punyo, that end there is Ana. Punyo Gandhaha. See here, the H as a A before it. So it's going to be Gandhaha. In the previous verse, remember, we had Oho. What was that line? Rasoham apsakantaya prabhasmi shashi surya yoho. So you said yoho there. Now it's here. Punyo gandaha prithiviyam cha. Okay, I'll ask someone else to repeat for 3 more times, and then I'll let you all lead. Okay. Now I will ask who has not been active. Shloka, repeat after me. Punyo gandaha prithiviyam cha.
पुण्योगन्धः पृथिव्यां च
Tejaschasmi vibhavasa.
तेजश्चास्मि विभावसु
Chasmi.
चास्
Chasmi. It is not it's not sh sound. It is not shloka sh. It is just sa. It is chasmi.
चास्मि
Tejaschasmi vibhavasa.
तेजश्चास्मि विभावस
Jivanam sarva bhuteshu.
जीवनं सर्वभूतेषु
Tapaschasmi tapasvishu.
तपश्चास्मि तपस्विषु
Again, chashmi is not right. Chasmi. Okay.
चास्मि
Tapaschasmi tapasvishu.
तपश्चास्मि तपस्विषु.
Awesome. Good job. Okay. Now I'll let Chetna repeat after me. Punyo gandah prithiviyam cha.
पुण्यो गन्धः पृथिव्यां च
So when we say the na there, it's not a regular na. It's be like tongue twisting na. Punyo gandah prithiviyam cha.
पुण्यो गन्धः पृथिव्यां च
Tejaschasmi vibhavasa.
तेजश्चास्मि विभावसौ
Jivanam sarva bhuteshu.
जीवनं सर्वभूतेषु
Tapaschasmi tapasvishu.
तपश्चास्मि तपस्विषु
Oh, again do the last line.
तपश्चास्मि तपस्विषु.
Yes, you got it. Is everybody paying attention, looking at their lines, or they're looking something else on the screen? Okay, good job. Now again, one more time. We'll have Suprit repeat after me. Punyo gandah prithiviyam cha.
Punyo gandaha prithviyam cha
Tejas chasmi vibhavasa.
tejas chasmi vibhavasau
Jivanam sarvabhuteshu
Jivanam sarvabhuteshu
tapaschasmi tapasvishu.
tapaschasmi tapasvishu.
Good job. Now let's go one last time. Vedang, please repeat after me. Punyo gandah prithiviyam cha
Punyo gandaha prithivyam cha
tejaschasmi vibhavasa
tejas chasmi vibhavasa
jivanam sarva bhuteshu
jivanam sarva bhuteshu
tapaschasmi tapasvishu.
tapaschasmi tapasvishu.
Good job, Vedang. All right, now let's see. Is anybody ready to lead and have others repeat line by line? Yes, Nivan, go ahead. And who will repeat? Aviral will repeat. Go ahead, Nivan.
Punyo gandha prithiviyam cha.
Gandaha. See, that's what I'm saying. You have to pay attention to that. Ha. Gandaha.
Punyo gandha prithiviyam cha.
Punyo gandaha prithvyam cha
Tejaschasmi vibhavasa.
tejaschasmi vibhavaso.
Everyone, please look at the lines as we are reading. At this point, we have nothing else to do except looking at the verse and hearing to what the leader and the repeater are doing. Go ahead.
Jivanam sarvabhuteshu bhuteshu
Jivanam sarvabhuteshu
tapaschasmi tapasvishu.
tapaschasmi tapasvishu.
Good job. Very nice leading. Now, Aviral, please lead and somebody else repeat. Who's going to be the repeater now? Vishnu, please repeat. Aviral, lead. Quick. We should do fast. We should not take time in transitioning.
Punyo gandaha prithvyam cha
Punyo gandaha prithivyam cha
tejaschasmi vibhavaso.
tejas chasmi vibhavasau
Jivanam sarvabhuteshu
jivanam sarva bhuteshu
tapaschasmi tapasvishu.
tapaschasmi tapasvishu.
Good job, Aviral and Vishnu. Vishnu, please lead. Who wants to repeat after Vishnu? Yes, Prajit, please go ahead.
Punyo gandaha prithivyam cha
Punyo gandaha prithiviyam cha
tejas chasmi vibhavasau
tejaschasmi vibhavasho.
Hold on. This line is messed up, both of you. Some stars you're messed up. So be careful. Do with concentration.
tejas chasmi
Ah.
vibhavasau.
No, it's not a
Tejas.
shao. You're saying vibhavashau. It's vibhavasau.
Ah.
Do you all hear the difference or no?
Mhm. Oh, there's no like
Only if
kind
you're
of like
able to hear, only if you're hearing, will you be able to catch it. Are you all able to hear the difference? Everyone. Don't feel shy if it doesn't make sense. But we should able to hear what we are saying. You're seeing the difference, yes or no? Okay. So Tejas Chasmi Vibhavasau.
Tejas chasmi vibhavasau
Yes.
tejaschasmi vibhavaso.
Awesome.
jivanam sarva bhuteshu
Jivanam sarvabhuteshu
tapaschasmi tapasvishu.
tapaschasmi tapasvishu.
Awesome. Very nice. See, this verse is like walking on a tightrope, isn't it? You have to really pay attention while reading this verse. And that is actually a nice training to the brain. And it's also a little tongue twisting, isn't it? Not too tongue twisting, but it is little. You have to be doing it very carefully with full focus. And it's a wonderful way of focusing the mind and training our mind to be alert. Right? So good job, Vishnu. Now let's go ahead. Prajit is going to be the lead and who's going to repeat? Dhatri, please repeat. Dhatri, you're little in the sleepy mode today. Are you okay? Are you well?
Yeah, I'm okay.
All right, go ahead.
Punyo gandaha prithiviyam cha
Punyo gandaha prithvyam cha
tejaschasmi vibhavaso.
tejaschasmi vibhavasau.
Dhatri, please repeat the the line that you just read.
Tejaschasmi vibhavasau.
What do you think, Prajit? Did she do it right?
No, it's not tejas, it's tejash.
Ah, yes.
Tejaschasmi vibhavasau.
Job.
Jivanam sarvabhuteshu
जीवनं सर्वभूतेषु
तपश्चास्मि तपस्विषु
तपश्चास्मि तपस्विषु
Awesome. Good job. You all got it now. Now, Datri is going to lead. Who's going to repeat? We have so many more to repeat. Yes, Sanvi, go ahead. Datri, lead.
पुण्यो गन्धः पृथिव्यं च
पुण्यो गन्धः पृथिव्यं च
Vyam cha. You said
पृथिव्यां
Prithvivyam.
च
It's Prithvivyam.
तेजश्चास्मि विभावसौ
तेजश्चास्मि विभावसौ
जीवनं सर्वभूतेषु
जीवनं सर्वभूतेषु
तपश्चास्मि तपस्विषु
तपश्चास्मि तपस्विषु
Good job. Now, Sanvi will lead. And then who's going to repeat? Ishi, yes.
पुण्यो गन्धः पृथिव्यां च
पुण्यो गन्धः पृथिव्यां च
तेजश्चास्मि विभावसौ विभावसौ
तेजश्चास्मि विभावसौ
जीवनं सर्वभूतेषु
जीवनं सर्वभूतेषु
तपश्चास्मि तपस्विषु
तपश्चास्मि तपस्विषु
Good job. Very nice. Now, Vishi is going to lead and who's going to repeat? Nishka, please turn on your camera and let's see if Nishka can repeat. Nishka, it's okay if you do it wrong. We all did it. We all have been here for several months and therefore we get hang of few things. Even some things we're still learning. But first time when we did it, we all did not probably do it right. Some of us maybe we did it right, but that's fine. Please go ahead. Now, Ishi will lead and then you have it open on your screen, Nishka. Okay, now let's do it line by line after Ishi does.
पुण्यो गन्धः पृथिव्यां च
पुण्यो गन्धः पृथिव्यां च
तेजश्चास्मि विभावसौ
तेजश्चास्मि विभावसौ
जीवनं सर्वभूतेषु
जीवनं सर्वभूतेषु
तपश्चास्मि तपस्विषु
तपश्चास्मि तपस्विषु
Again, last line. What did she mess up or is it good?
I think she switched up the sa and the sha for
Yeah. So let's help her do the line again.
तपश्चास्मि तपस्विषु
तपश्चास्मि तपस्विषु
Awesome. Good job, Nishka. Very nice.
Thank you.
Proud of you. Now you want to lead so that somebody can repeat after you? Who is left over? Who didn't repeat or lead? Okay, Chetna, you did not lead or repeat? I thought you did. No? Okay, so Chetna can repeat. Nishka, lead.
पुण्यो गन्धः
Gandha. Purni. Oh no, you're doing it. Good. Go ahead. Purnyo
पुण्यो
Gandha.
पुण्यो गन्धः
Prithiviyam cha.
पृथिव्यां च
पुण्यो गन्धः पृथिव्यां च
तेजस्कश्मि
Kasmi. Huh? You're not paying attention. You did it so many times. It's not kasmi. It is chasmi. That's the thing, right? It's not like English. You have to be a little attentive and careful here. The C's are not going to be like English. C is for car, cat. This here C is like CH. Chasmi. Okay?
तेजश्चास्मि विभावसु
तेजश्चास्मि विभावसौ
जीवनं सर्वभूतेषु
जीवनं सर्वभूतेषु
तपश्चास्मि तपस्विषु
तपश्चास्मि तपस्विषु
Awesome, Mishka. Amazing. Good job. For the first time, you did a wonderful job. Very nice. Thank you. Now let's move on. Who else did not repeat at all? Okay, Shloka did not repeat. So let's have Chetna lead and Shloka repeat. Quick.
पुण्यो गन्धः पृथिव्यां च
पुण्यो गन्धः पृथिव्यां च
तेजश्चास्मि तेजश्चास्मि विभावसौ
तेजश्चास्मि विभावसौ
Jivanam sarvabhuteshu
Jivanam sarvabhuteshu
tapaschasmi tapasvishu.
tapaschasmi tapasvishu.
Okay, now Shloka, you are supposed to lead. Why are you waiting? I went to get some water. So Shloka, you please lead. And who is left over? Shrika, you didn't repeat, right? Yeah, so you should just take it over. If I'm not here for 1 minute, should not sit idle, right? All of you? You're all going to be future leaders. And what do future leaders do? Make the best of every opportunity and time. So if I'm gone for a minute, because of whatever reason, you should be smart and say, okay, I'm going to lead now. You want to repeat. You should do that, right? Is there anything wrong if you do that? No, right? Okay, Sloka, go ahead.
Punyo gandha prativyam cha
Punyo gandha prithiviyam cha
tejaschasmi vibhavasau.
tejaschasmi vibhavasau
Jivanam sarvabhuteshu
jivanam sarvabhuteshu
tapaschasmi tapasvishu.
tapaschasmi tapasvishu.
Go ahead, lead. Who else not do, they will follow. Come on, lead. Please quick.
Punyo gandha prithiviyam cha.
Rajit, did you repeat, beta?
Oh, I didn't repeat. I just.
Suprit. Suprit, did you do?
Yes, I did.
Okay, who else didn't do?
Oh, I didn't repeat.
That's fine. I think that's good. So I think Vedang also did not repeat at all. Vedang, I want you to be more active in class, beta. So Shrika, please
repeated.
lead and Vedang repeat.
Oh, okay.
Punyo
Okay,
gandha.
repeat.
Oh, you repeated already? Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. So then Nivan can repeat.
Punyo gandha prithiviyam cha
Punyo gandha prativyam cha
tejaschasmi vibhavasau
tejaschasmi vibhavasau
jivanam sarvabhuteshu
jivanam sarvabhuteshu
tapaschasmi tapasvishu.
tapaschasmi tapasvishu.
Good job. Very nice. Now let's dive into the meaning of the verse. So now, can somebody read the translation of the verse as seen on the screen? Yes, I will let Nivan read. His hand went up first.
I am the original fragrance of the earth, and I am the heat and fire. I am the life of all that lives, and I am the penances of all ascetics.
Okay, so Krishna is saying now what else he is. He told us that he's a taste of water, sunshine, moonshine, ability in man, and sound in ether. So those are the elements he told in one verse. Now again is further going on and saying that he is the fragrance of the earth. Did any one of you anytime experience fragrance of earth? Or does earth smell? When did you all experience fragrance of earth? Yes, Nishka.
Maybe when it rains and the smell of mud.
Yes, when it rains, that is a nice fragrance. It's a nice odor, right? You feel like you can smell earth at that time. And then how else can we experience fragrance?
Like the
Of
smell
earth?
of grass.
Smell of grass, yes. And then what else?
Flowers.
Huh?
Flowers.
Flowers. Any fragrance that we use for our actually ideally the fragrances, the scents, or the whatever uh, sprays we use, right? Not we use, people use. It's all coming from flowers. And of course, probably they mix chemicals, but origin of all that is Mother Earth. And then Krishna is saying that he is the fragrance of the earth. That means he's even pervading in the earth. He's pervading in the sound vibration. He's pervading in sunshine, moonshine. He's pervading in the taste of water. And then what else he says in this today's verse? Punyo gandha prithiviyam cha tejas chasmi vibhavasa. He says that he is the heat in fire. All of us have experienced heat, correct?
Yeah.
Is there any fire without heat? Fire and heat are inseparable, yes or no?
Yeah.
Yes or no? Are you contradicting me, or you're saying correct?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
They're not separable, they're inseparable. And then Krishna says, I am the heat in fire. And did you all know that even the food that we eat gets digested because of a fire within the body? And that is called Jatar Agni. Fire is called Agni, and then the food that we eat is registered by Jatar Agni, and Krishna is inside our body, inside our digestive system as this Jatar Agni. Without Krishna's presence inside us as Jatar Agni, the food that we eat also cannot be digested and cannot be absorbed, cannot be assimilated. And Krishna is saying, I am the heat in fire. And what else does Krishna say? He is the fragrance of the earth, he is the heat in fire. What else? He is the life of all living entities. Not that he's life of only human beings, not that he's life of only birds, but any living and sarva bhuteshu. Sarva means all. The life of all living entities. That means if Krishna wasn't there in the living entity, then there would be no life. Or Krishna is the source of life for all the living entities. We all know that Krishna resides inside of each and every living entity, right? What is that name given to Krishna inside a living entity? Do you all know what is the name given? Yes, Supreet?
Paramatma.
Paramatma, very good. So Krishna is inside every living entity and he's the source of life also for every living entity. Jivanam sarva bhuteshu. Punyogandha prithiviyam cha tejastasmi vibhavasav. Jivanam sarva bhuteshu. Tapaschasmi tapasvishu. Tapaschasmi tapasvishu. He's saying, I am the driving force behind the penances and the austerities that ascetics perform. You know who are ascetics? Does anybody know what asceticism means? Ascetics are those who take on vows and austerities. Why? Why do people take up on austerities or vows? What could be the reason when somebody takes, I'm going to do this, or I'm going to take up this austerity? Why will people do that?
That way they can become like closer to Krishna by taking those vows.
Yes. It's a purificatory process, one type of purificatory process. Self-purification. It's a way of controlling the mind. It's a way of sacrificing the comfort of life just so that it becomes purifying for themselves. And Krishna says, I am the driving force behind the austerities and the penances that are performed by the ascetics. So these are the four subject matters that Krishna covers in this verse. So I want you all to really be attentive and careful and listing out all these things that Krishna is saying, that I am the source, I am the cause. So far, how many items did we uncover from the two verses of the Bhagavad Gita that we learned? Last week we did how many? 4? Is it 4 or 5? It is taste of water, the sunshine, moonshine, Omkara, then his ability in man, and his the sound in ether. So 6. Nivan is saying 6, and that's true. So last week we learned 6 expansions, or how Krishna is expanding everywhere, or how Krishna is the cause of things that we see around us. And this week, how many do we learn? Is the fragrance of the earth, is the
4.
heat in fire. Yes, 4. Vedanga said is fragrance of the earth, is heat in fire, is the
Life.
what is the third one? Life of all living entities, and he's the fourth one.
Penances of all
The driving force of the penances and austerities of ascetics. Now, what do we do knowing all these things? Okay, fine, Krishna, you are so and so and so. So what is it in for me? What is in it for me? What do you all think? Yes, Nivan.
maybe when we like think of all this, like the fragrance of earth and the taste of water, right? This way we can remember him in each way. Like, oh my God, this is fragrance of earth. The smell of mud. Oh my God, Krishna is creating this. So it's
Yes.
one more way to remember Krishna.
Yes, one more way to remember Krishna. And what is the purpose of human beings according to the highest purpose? Again, you all have your own level. We all have our own. Nishka, are you paying attention? Are you listening to us? Do you have our screen or some other screen turned on? Okay, I see you smiling and laughing, so I'm not sure if you're chatting with somebody. Please pay attention to this class. Okay, so we all have different purposes in our daily life, right? We have purpose to study. We want to study well to get good grades. We want to do good in our extracurriculars. We want to also inculcate good habits. But ultimately, if we look at what real purpose of life is, which it boils down to the fact that we all have to know about Krishna and we all have to be an eternal lover of Krishna, which we have been, because just like we love our parents for all that they do to us, we should actually also be loving Lord Krishna because he's our supreme parent. He's the parent of all parents. And therefore, our job as human being is for us to be able to know Krishna as our parent, love him as our parent. And for that, since we cannot do it spontaneously, because we know our parents and we love them because we physically know who they are and we remember what all they do for us. But Krishna, he's been our father, but we have forgotten that he's our father. So, all these verses will help us remember how Krishna is being my protector. He's the one who's giving me sunshine without whom I wouldn't have existed. He's the one who's giving me water and the taste in water without whom I wouldn't have survived. He's the one who is giving me all these sound vibrations. He's the cause of all the sound. He's the cause of all the driving forces behind so many things, not only the ability in man, but also those who are doing penances and austerities. So when we realize how much Krishna is doing for us, for our existence in life, then we slowly start being humble, grateful, and thanking him more and more. That is the benefit for us of to know about Krishna in these forms. Of course, Krishna is not just sunlight, is not limited to just sunlight, moonlight. His sunlight, moonlight are formless, they're energies, isn't it? All the things that we talked so far are like different energies. Don't you all think so? The sound vibration, the sunlight, the moonlight, the energy, to the driving force, the energy of heat in fire. All these are different forms of energies, and Krishna is the source of all these energies. But Krishna is not just energy, he also has a form. But that we will come to understand as we read more in Bhagavad Gita. He has a real personal form, which is tangible, which is experiential, which devotees have served and exchanged different forms of love by being devoted to him. Aviral, what did we speak now? Can you summarize?
That Krishna is like the moonlight and sunlight, and he's not just limited to that. And by learning these verses, we can like remember him as our father, and we
Good
can
job.
closer to Krishna.
Very nice. What else did we speak, Shrika?
We spoke about how he's the smell of mud and grass and flowers, because whenever we smell the fragrance of earth, that's what we think of. And without heat, there's no fire, because they're inseparable. And he's saying that I'm the heat and the fire.
Okay. What else, Vedang? What do you think? What is the summary of whatever discussed till now?
Krishna is in everything that inspires us. That's
Very
basically
nice.
it.
Okay. There are many more to come. We're just scratching off the top. Now there's so much more that we will learn about how Krishna is the cause of all causes. He's the origin of all. He's the source of all.
Like he's the fire. I mean, he's the heat in the fire. So everything.
How important is fire in our life?
Very.
Why can we not do without fire? Why? What do we need fire for? Fire is harmful, right? It is. How is it going to be helpful for us?
For cooking?
Yes.
Energy. Yeah.
Without fire, can we cook food?
No.
Yes, so fire is very important for cooking food. And what other uses of
Energy.
energy? Any other uses for fire?
We use it to light up God.
For light, creating light, all that. Yes, fire is an essential component of human's existence, right? Next, what else? We talked about fragrance. Why do we need fragrance? Why do we need uh, is the original fragrance of earth? When Krishna says that, how does it help us? I'm trying to, come on, speak.
Because we have noses.
We have noses. That's the reason we need to smell.
Yeah.
We have noses, or we have nose?
Nose, yeah.
Yeah, each one of us one nose. And because of that, we need to be able to smell. To the sense of smell, what are the things, what is that, what does through the sense of smell, what are the various activities that we are inspired to do? How does smell influence our day-to-day activities? Think about it. This is about thinking, right? How does it help us to the
We can like determine if a food is like ripe or maybe if it's like gone bad.
Exactly, very good. Very good job. Yes. Smell helps us determine if there was no sense of smell, unless we taste it, we wouldn't know, and it would have been harmful by then, right? Correct. What other places? Now that you know that Krishna is the fragrance, or the origin of all fragrances, how does it change your approach to life whenever you are smelling fragrant things or something cooking yummy in the kitchen? And then when it is garbage, garbage also smells stinky, right? What does that indicate? How do you approach now? How does it change your approach to life when you are now knowing that Krishna is the fragrance of everything?
Isn't he only the original fragrance? Why would he be like the fragrance of like the mud or garbage? Why would he be that when he's only the original fragrance?
He would not be, of course, he would not be.
Yeah, exactly.
He's the original fragrance, but now you have the discerning capability of good fragrance and bad fragrance. And now when you discern, how do you relate yourself with Krishna and how all that thing, right? Yes, Datri has something to say.
Because Krishna is saying that he's like the good fragrances and the good smells that we should in our like day-to-day life. When we smell something good, we would go closer to the cause of it instead, and we would walk away from the bad fragrances like trash. So I think we can say like we should like similarly to how we're more approachable to good fragrance, it's like more approachable to Krishna and we can love Krishna more, kind of.
Okay, now let me ask you one question. What if trash also smelled good?
We would eat
Would that
it.
change our life? It's dangerous, right? If something that is decaying is going to smell good too, then it's going to be dangerous for us, because that is actually decaying, meaning it's something dying, and something dying is not good for us either to consume, to breathe, or so it is a facility provided by Krishna that anything that is decaying and dying should smell bad, so that we stay away from it, or we have a certain restricted area for it, and we keep ourselves healthy and hygienic. So it's Krishna's arrangement that something is smelling bad, it is meant to be like that because of the type of organisms that are decomposing that debris into decaying matter, and then we finally avoid it. So it's a facilitation for our own good. But if you talk about an ideal world, this is a material world. Material world has decaying, it has death, it has old age, it has anything in material world has birth, death, old age. Birth, old age, and death, isn't it? Even a non-living thing. If you buy a chair, a table, eventually with time it gets decayed. But in the eternal world, in the spiritual world, there is no concept of anything decaying, anything dying, anything growing old. So there is no bad or decaying matter there, and there is no bad odor or it cannot be called fragrance. Fragrance is something that smells good. Bad odor there at all. So when Krishna says on the original smell of the original fragrance of the earth, he's reminding us of the eternity feature, which to us should remind that, oh, I also smell bad things. And does it mean Krishna is the cause of bad things? No, he is not. But he has facilitated this material world, which is bound to be born, to decay, and to smell bad. And for us to be discerning between the two so that we are away from those and keep ourselves healthier and hygienic. So these are the type of thoughts you all should get in your mind about when Krishna says I'm the fragrance of the earth, then what about bad odor? When Krishna says I'm the sound vibration, then what about vibrations that are noisy, that are polluting? Isn't it? There are vibrations which are not good also, right? And we have to discern between those two and choose the ones that are the original sound vibrations that are emanating from the spiritual world, that are dear to Krishna, and that are the sources of Krishna's creation. This is how our mind should think. It's not like, okay, all good things are Krishna and bad things are not Krishna. No, it's all, see, ultimately this creation, entire creation is by Krishna. It's not like the bad part is not created by Krishna. It has been created to facilitate this material existence based on our desires. We all wanted to live here. We all wanted to have certain type of lifestyle. And therefore, Krishna said, okay, this material world is there. Go enjoy that the way you want. But this is temporary and it's going to be like this. It's going to have dualities. It's going to have good, bad. It's going to have dark, night, the light and darkness. It's going to have truth and falsity. It's going to have clean and uncleanliness. All these things exist, but I'm the source of all those genuine ones which are pure. But in the material world, they transform into impure things too. But those impure things, use it for your benefit to discern between right and wrong and always dovetail every activity towards the right thing, whether it is sound vibration, whether it's the taste of water, because one might say, oh, wine also tastes good. Then is Krishna the taste of wine too? Of course, Krishna is the taste of wine too. But in what mood, in what mode is that? Krishna is the taste of alcohol too. Krishna is the cause of everything, good and bad. But why are those bad things manifesting? And how are those bad things impacting us is what we have to think about it. So think about it. Homework for all of you is write the list of all the items that Krishna has listed so far in verse 7, 8, and 9, and then try to analyze what are the opposites of good things that Krishna is the cause of, and what could be the opposites of all the good things of tasty water, could be brackish water, polluted water. Who is the cause? Is Krishna the cause of that also? And if he is, yes, what is the reason? How am I going to use that knowledge? Same thing with vibration of sound. Same thing with fragrance of the earth. Same thing with ability in man, because ability can be for creating a scientific improvement that is doing the well-wishing for the betterment of the society. But there could be scientific advancement that could be destructive to the society. Isn't it so? So many wars and so many bombs are now being blasted and done between Israel and Lebanon, and whatever is happening now in the world is happening with all these scientific advancements of bombs and all those, isn't it? Nor is Krishna the cause of all those things? Think about it. Those are the abilities in man. How the ability in man, if Krishna is the cause, how is it being used? Think about it and come and add to more discussion points next week. Okay? I just don't want you all to be listening to whatever I say. I want you all to question me. Auntie, you said Krishna is the source of sound, and the bad sound also. Is Krishna the source of that sound too? You're just thinking, oh, Krishna is source of only good sound. But there should be some source of bad sound also, right? Okay, think about it and we'll meet next week again. Thank you all for joining. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you all. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.